Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So we are in Fish Lake, Indiana, or near Fish Lake, Indiana, here at Perennials Galore. Perennials Galore is a greenhouse where they sell flowers, vegetable plants, all kinds of plants like that. And we're going to be doing some site prep here, which I started messing around with yesterday. We're going to be doing a site prep here for this area right here. Is going to get 3 storage unit buildings. So the pads are 120 by 20, and we need to get this area all graded off and get it prepared with stone for the buildings to sit on it. And then eventually we'll be digging a retention pond over there, and there will be eventually some more buildings put on this site. So to do this, we got a HD 100 Hyundai dozer from Harding's Heavy Equipment and Hyundai. So this is what we're going to be using for our dozer work. And of course, we've got the HX220AL here to load this crushed concrete onto the dump truck so we can distribute it out here. We also got the T870 Bobcat here. So we've got crushed concrete 53s, it's recycled concrete, and we've got crushed number 2s. So we'll have to grade this off, and then we'll have to get the 2s laid out, and we'll get some of the 53s on top of that. And then for compaction, it's not here yet, Rick from Harding's is bringing it. We've got a self-propelled roller coming. It's a Hyundai also. So pretty much all the equipment on this project besides Bobcat is Hyundai. So pretty cool to have them all here. So let's get started. And I was just playing around yesterday and scraping off some high spots. Well, we're gonna get started here this morning. Got some more hogging I want to do. I want to shove some dirt out across this end down here. Well, Rick just pulled in with the roller. Now, I've never ran a self-propelled roller, so this is going to be a cool experience. I've only ever ran the one on the Bobcat, or walked behind one. This ought to be fun. Something different. Well, I figure I'd get in a roller and give it a shot. Never run one before. It's pretty cool. It really hammers stuff down. If you have little imperfections from grading, it pounds them right in. I like this thing. I think I might have to get me one. Figured kind of pack some of these spots that I filled in already. You know, grade them off and scalp them back off. Sure does a nice job of making things smooth. Cabin here too. I like it. Well, we got this looking pretty good. George has got the Hyundai roller, the HR110C. Getting it compacted real nice and tight. Get this compacted, we can start putting stone over it. Alright, so we got our pad all cut down to where we want it. And it wasn't that exciting, so I didn't video a whole bunch of it. Just kind of the exciting part of hogging down that corner. And it was pretty close to begin with. I just had to extend that out a little bit on that one end. Eventually there will be more of that pad extended out and another building put there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get up on top of this pile of twos. Make me a nice place to load out of. I want to load off the other side over there. Just pull the truck up to the base of the pile and I'll load it. So we got to transfer all these over to where our building pads are going to be. I should be able to get up there now. on there and we can start loading. Okay. I got the truck where I want it. So the whole area is going to get stoned, but we're going to do the building pads first. So we're going to get started loading some stone here. I'll knock this down so I can get full buckets. Or fuller buckets. So the whole area is going to get stoned, but we're going to start with the building pads first. Because they're made out of number 2 limestone with some 53s over. And between these buildings, we got to put some grate in to get the water to run to the south, which is over there where the dozers sit. But building pads are flat. We're going to get one put together and ready for them to start setting forms on it, because that's what they want to do this beginning of this week. They want to try to get some forms set so they can pour this coming weekend. Excited, Hyundai came out with another program for the 220. We're going to put it in here pretty soon and try it. We'll see what changes it makes in it. The first program they made me was awesome. We'll see what the second one does for it as far as strength and speed. Try to get some on the back of the truck there. Actually, about where the truck's sitting, I believe, is another building pad. I gotta see what the measurements look like as soon as George and Dad are done. So we'll get these 2s laid out, and then we'll get the Hyundai HR110C roller, and we'll get them compacted, and then we'll get the 53s over them. If I remember right, there's about 850 tons of number 2s that have to be put in. I'll have to check the notes, but I'm pretty sure it was. Let's get some on the front. We can load the truck up. Because this is good firm ground out here. It's clay with sand in it. That looks pretty good for our first load. Well, we got a good start here this morning. Dad's driving the truck now, so I don't have to get in and out and climb up and down the pile. Works pretty well tailgating this stuff. You just got to keep in mind that the cylinder don't open the tailgate as fast as you think it does. The little air cylinder doesn't trip it extremely quick. looks pretty good. He'll come back and I'll load him again. Try to get them spread evenly in the bed so they flow out nice. Kind of hoping to dump them from a little higher, maybe they'll flow out better in there. Concrete wire in this. They must not run a magnet on their crusher. Fill the back too heavy, or too full I should say. That way it doesn't go up over the tailgate when he raises it. Put another bucket towards the front, and we'll have it. Go ahead and put a little more right in front. Let me swing over here so I can get it on the right side of my bucket. That'll be plenty. was a good one. Well, let's have us another one. It turned out pretty good too. Well, we're gonna do some rolling. cab door real quick. George says it's quieter in here with the cab door shut. We'll find out. pile. Oh, these are dirty. Well, that's recycled material. All the fines and stuff from the crushing process of the concrete. When they made the twos, probably they just screened it off. Called it 53s. But it's still aggregate and it'll still work. Off of this side over here. That'll make me a nice place to sit. That ought to work. That'll work. I like that. Alright, we get the truck loaded here. We can tailgate that over the top of them pads. That roller did a really nice job. Packed them down real nice. Them twos are hard to walk on. Then you run the roller over them, it makes them real nice to walk on. That roller is super comfortable too. I always hear guys saying, yeah, I went to a job site and I got stuck on the roller. And if I got to run a roller like that one all the time, I would not mind at all being stuck on the roller. But I've also run an excavator for so long that I'm, you know, whatever they put me on, something different would be like a vacation for me. I guess when you get to a certain point in your career running heavy equipment, you don't mind what you run. Because you've run it all so much, it's like, well, I don't mind if I get put on a roller. I don't mind if I get put in a skid loader. I don't mind if I get put on a dozer. Well, Dad must have got a phone call. He shut the truck off. But that is a super nice roller. I'll give it that. It's got heat, AC, radio works in it. Easy to run. I mean, literally, it's hydrostat. Forward and reverse is just on the stick. And then you just click buttons. Change the frequency of the vibration on the drum. I've been around self-propelled rollers, but I've never actually ran one. But just being around the ones I've been around, That Hyundai one seems like it's a really nice machine. Oh yeah, it's Hyundai like Sunday. I always say it wrong. When I say a Hyundai, it's Hyundai. I always get that wrong. This stone on these, and then we'll have to cut out between them a little bit to slope it all to the south. Cut some dirt out. I'll use the dozer for that. Alright, try this, see what this gets us tailgating. We tighten the chains up a little bit. Be pretty equal on each side. Alright. Well, we got one spread out so far. Stuff doesn't flow as well as the twos do, but it flows pretty nice. That one's going pretty good. A little hard on that bed cylinder. What do you do? As long as it don't jerk it out. That works pretty good to just swing the 220 as he drives by and hold the camera solid. It's like having a $185,000 gimbal. Well, we're just about finished up with these building pads, and then they can start forming them up for the concrete. So what we'll do is we'll finish these today, get them compacted, and then that'll let them get started on their forming. And then we can start, I don't know when we're going to start it, but we can start going between. And we need to slope this to the south to get the water to run off. And we'll have to put some stone between and compact that also. Well, this should be our last pass over these. It is raining now, so I don't think we're going to be able to spray this evening when Dad and I get back. I think I'm going to end this video right here, and then I'll start another one when we start the rest of this. It's actually got quite a bit left to do here. Got to cut them down, put the stone in them, compact all that, and then there's going to be a building back there behind this property and another building over there and a retention pond we got to dig. So I'm going to break this up into some multiple episodes here. We're not just going to make one episode out of it. I don't want it too long. So I'll be watching for at least part 2 and part 3 of this. I really like this roller. This is the way to do it. Easy to control. There's just a button under here you press, and that turns the roller on and off, or the compaction action part of the roller. It's just as simple as moving that back and forth. Now it don't turn very well. Gotta make some big turns to get it turned around. It does have a scraper on that drum that keeps the dirt scraped off. Oh, and we have a flat front tire on our dump truck. We picked up a piece of wire. I kind of thought it was going to happen, and it did. Piece of concrete wire, so we're going to get Schaffner tire out here to put a set of new steer tires on it before we leave. We'll finish out hauling here with it before we do that. It's got a big wiper. It reminds me of a combine cab, really. It's not raining super hard. Figure I better get it compacted before it gets too wet. I don't want it to end up liquefying it when I compact it. But these buttons here are throttle buttons. There's also an economy mode button, but I just run it wide open. Then you got all your other controls right there, easy to get to. Pretty nice machine. Something really interesting is this. It's got this safety switch. You just smack it and it shuts the whole machine off, engine and all. Never really seen one of them on a piece of heavy equipment. That's kind of different. Got a radio, got all your switches, environmental controls. Everything's labeled really nice. Real nice cab. Looks good. They're all finished up. 3 pads. 1, 2, and then the third one right there. We're gonna head home and go do some spraying. So thank you for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Harding's Heavy Equipment, for getting this equipment out here for us. Really appreciate it. And thank you, Hyundai Heavy Equipment, for getting us this equipment out here.